The magnitude of a vector just means the length of a vector. In terms of symbols, if the vector is vector A, then the magnitude of vector A, we use the sort of the modulus or the absolute value symbol. If this is vector A, for example, and you want to get the magnitude of vector A, all we need to do is use its horizontal component, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Get its vertical component, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then use Pythagorean theorem. So it will just be the 4 squared plus 6 squared square root, right? Using Pythagorean theorem. So that will just be 16 plus 36. So that's 46, 52. And we can simplify this a little bit because 52 is 4 times 13. So this is 2 root 13. Or if you have a calculator, whether it's root 52 or using 2 root 13, you will get about 7.21 units. Now let's say that we are asked to find, we want to find the magnitude of vector A. Its components are, say, 2, negative 3. Well, let's draw a little picture of how the vector A looks like. If the starting point is, let's say that the starting point is 2. Okay, let's say that this is the tail of the vector. To go to the head of the vector using a positive horizontal move of 2, and then a negative vertical move of 3. So it means that the head of the vector is right here. So that's your vector A. So now it's going to be the same thing. We will still be able to use Pythagorean theorem to look for the magnitude because this is a right angle, and the magnitude of A will still simply be 2 squared plus 3 squared. But you have to get the square root of that. So that will be the square root of 4 plus 9 equals 13. If you look at this example in the previous one, you could actually sort of set up a little formula here. And it's suppose you have the vector u, and its components are horizontal component, let's call it u sub 1, and the vertical component is u sub 2. Then to get the magnitude of u, you simply get the square root of the square of the horizontal component plus the square of the vertical component. Let's have a couple more examples. Find the magnitude of, let's say, A equals -1, -4. Then the magnitude of A would simply be the square root of -1 squared plus -4 squared, and that's equal to square root of 17. And say that we have B. We want to get the magnitude of B if B is equal to 5i plus 2j. This just means that the horizontal component is 5 and the vertical component is 2. So the magnitude of b is 5 squared plus 2 squared, and then you get the square root of that. So that's 25 plus 4, root 29.